We're live.
What up, what up, what up?
What up, what up, what up?
It is November 17th of 2020. We're at UT Dallas,
UT Dallas, where it all started.
where it all began.
Mm-hmm.
And we are the Momo Boys, for those that don't know. I'm Daniel Flores,
I'm Thang Duong.
and we're here because we will be releasing an episode this week. Yes, we have a very special guest. It's episode number 4, and he happens to be one of the Momo Boys.
Which one?
Ooh, it's Leezy F Baby.
Leezy F Baby.
And the
All right.
F is for
Phenomenal.
phenomenal. Yes, we had the opportunity to chop it with Leezen, and we learned more about his story, and hopefully you guys get a better understanding of who he is. And before we get there, let's talk about the current events.
What is going on lately?
Yes.
Yeah, so I noticed that they just released a positive study talking about the Moderna
Okay.
vaccines and how it has 95% effectiveness against COVID. So that's a huge plus for all of us that's wanting to know when we can get out there again and start,
Yeah.
being normal again.
Yeah, that's awesome news.
Yeah.
We're finally coming up with solutions
Yeah.
to this pandemic. It's been almost a year.
Almost a year, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's crazy. It changed the way we live, changed a lot of things. So, yeah, grateful that that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of being grateful, Thanksgiving is coming up
Thanksgiving is around the corner.
next week.
Yeah.
You got any plans for Thanksgiving?
Just eat a lot, man. I think
Yeah.
I think me and my family were going the non-traditional route this year and not having a proper Thanksgiving dinner. So I think
Got
we're
it.
gonna just have just random ethnic foods, Vietnamese foods actually
Ooh, sounds pretty good.
to eat. Yeah, I think I'm tired of, the traditional mashed potatoes, turkey, stuffings.
Yeah.
Pecan pie is actually pretty good though, so I'm probably gonna bring that.
Dude, yeah,
But other than
sounds
that,
good.
yeah, I'm just keep it Asian this year.
Okay.
Yeah. What about you, dude?
Dude,
do
so I
anything
love
special?
turkey,
Okay.
love mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have food for weeks.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, and the bread.
What kind of
That's-
bread do you eat?
To just whatever bread is out
Just-
there, man. You just show me the bread. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Let's get this bread.
Let's get this bread.
But yeah, Thanksgiving's coming up. Things are looking good from, safety standpoint
Mm-hmm.
here in the U.S. What else is happening?
Yeah. The election and us already knowing, who bagged it
Right.
and who didn't. I think that's pretty much decided.
Yeah.
And I think everyone at this point can look forward to a 2021 with proper management of the government, just public officials working together to fix this COVID pandemic.
Right.
Right. So I think with good leadership in place, I think we're going to be able to get back to normal sooner rather than later.
Yeah, man. I hope so too. I think it's time to move on.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things to do, and we got to get started.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, I mean, going back to episode 4 with our boy Leezen, that was an interesting conversation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, we got to know him. I mean, we know him. We've been friends for a few years now. And as far as this podcast goes, I think we found some new things too.
Yeah. There's a lot of things I guess we kind of knew about Leezen,
Right.
but it never was really communicated in the form of a conversation.
Yeah.
Not until we did it on Saturday.
Yeah, we did. I think, he talked about his story of coming to America and being an immigrant. I think that's a powerful story. And then he talked more about his hobbies that happen to be basketball and hip hop.
Yeah.
But we go a little deeper about each one of those. So it's a fun podcast just to get to know Leezen, see what he likes doing.
Yeah, I think it's a little fun episode. It gives us definitely a sense of who he is as a person. Right, like you said, his interests and hobbies, how he came here, just a little bit of his personalities out there too. Like his humor, the way he
Yeah.
jokes. I think not a lot of people get to experience that aspect of the Momo Boys, right?
Right.
Like us just joking around, and
Agreed.
we want to do more of that, and in a way like be ourselves in front of these cameras and these microphones. You know what I mean? It's never been an easy thing for me, and I think by us doing that, it's gonna give us a ton of practice on how to articulate ourselves and our personalities.
100%. Like just being in front of a microphone right now is pretty new.
It's so new, man.
So new. The
Yeah.
camera right in front of us, like knowing to look at the camera and then like talk and then not get confused about what's going on like right now. So, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that we're working on and it's going to take some time. Just got to put into reps.
Yeah, just put on the reps, and here we are, 11:20 p.m. on a Tuesday, and we're just practicing.
Yeah. What is it? Yeah. Like you said, 11 p.m. And man, it's been a fun journey so far.
Yeah.
Just getting started. Leezen's episode is in the garage where everything started.
The HQ.
It's iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking forward to learning more about the team's stories and then other people's stories. But for the meantime, we're going to be releasing Leezen's episode this Thursday.
Yes, sir.
He's currently working on the art that's going to go with it. I just saw it. Pretty fire.
Yeah. So we're excited for y'all to listen to it. Episode number 4.
Episode number
Leezy
4.
F Baby.
And the F is for
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
All right. Momo Boys out.
Momo Boys are
Listen
outie.
up, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Momo Shack. If you haven't checked them out, if you're in Dallas, go check them out. I just tried the dumplings tonight, and they really are fantastic.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. Here we are in the most iconic place of all places,
The HQ.
the HQ. We're sitting at the garage of the HQ. It's where the magic happens.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
a lot of memories in this place.
A lot of memories.
Yeah, that's where it started, the garage. You always hear the stories about companies starting in a garage. You're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And then to actually live it,
Yeah.
it's been pretty cool so far.
Yeah. Yeah, man. We had days and nights of just spending time in this garage, right? Whether it's getting ready for pop-ups or just reminiscing about the pop-up that we just did. I think there are some nights where we just hang out to like 2 or 3 after a pop-up, just talking about our experiences, what happened, what we liked, what we didn't like, what we can do better for the next time. Yeah, man, there's a lot of memories in here.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's only iconic that we do this episode right here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels right.
Yeah. So speaking of this episode, we want to introduce to y'all the series of 4 podcasts. And each podcast is going to be of us talking about who we are, our story, where we came from, and just to show y'all, our individual characteristics and personalities as we tell these stories. So for this first episode, we have our one and only Leezen Amatya, the Nepali member, or one of 2 Nepali members in Momo Shack. Yeah, just to start things off, man, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and your story?
Yeah. I think like one of the things that's interesting right now for me is figuring out what I like. Right? And I think I'm 27 and I'm now starting to figure out like what really motivates me. And it's pretty cool. I think a lot of that is just like hanging around, you guys coming up with this idea of Momo Shack and just like living in it day in and day out, I've learned so much about myself doing that in like the 3 years than going through, the schooling system and all of that. So right now I'm really into like creating designs and things like that. So, I think I told both of you guys, like I'm even looking up like YouTube videos and spending like 30 minutes trying to figure out how to do it. Whereas I'm more like high level, just tell me how to do it and I'll get it done. So that's been pretty interesting. Yeah, outside of that, it's just, born and raised in Nepal, moved here when I was 10 years old. And here we are.
Here we are.
Dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I mean, you talk about wanting to tap more into the creative side, and you've been doing it. And for those that don't know, the Momo Shack account, the IG account, is a really cool place for the team to just get creative. But if you see the posts that are the most creative, they're Leezen's.
Yeah, they're
like
all
he comes
Leezen's.
up with the fire content. And yeah, man, I mean, that's awesome that you're starting to realize that that's something that you want to double down on. And were you always like that growing up? Creative?
I guess so. Like, I think in Nepal, you were forced to learn cursive, and that itself is kind of like the flow of cursive is you can't break as you're writing, right?
Yeah.
Or else, like in Nepal, they'll yell at you or hit you or whatever.
Yeah.
So like that fear was always instilled in me.
Yeah.
And I think just like doodling and things like that would interest me more than math or science. Like I just never really got into that stuff. So, and my sister's also pretty creative with painting and drawing and things like that. So I guess I had that influence. So it's crazy to see, as we're kids, there's like foundational things that still resonate today. And that's what you're like end up being more, better at.
Were there any point in time when you were growing up that you realized that you're a creative person instead of more logical and operational? Like, or was it you found that out whenever we started Momo Shack?
Dude, it was like this year. It was like quarantine. Yeah, like very recent.
Okay.
To where I'm like, holy shit, this is actually what I really like doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
I mean, 27 years later, and you're finding out what you really like. And, dude, that's awesome that due to Momo Shack and just, like, going through the process, you are starting to realize that. But, yeah, man, I mean, you're an immigrant, moved from Nepal. Dude, just take us way back. I'm really curious to know the immigrant story. I think that's something powerful, and a lot of people can relate that come from different countries, man.
Yeah. So I remember, hopping on the flight and like everyone's crying. I didn't really know what was going on. I just knew we were moving to America, and that was our first flight ever. And I remember just being at like the very back of the plane, the four of us, and like we all held hands and we're like crying as the plane took off,
Yeah.
And then I just remember in like different terminals, the stress of the airport. But imagine the stress of the airport as an immigrant with like luggage and you don't know what the fuck is going on,
Yeah.
Like you don't know how to properly read terminals and signs and all that stuff. And I was still young, but my parents like took care of all that shit. And then when we finally got here, it was just, trying to adjust. Right? Like completely new environment, all of that stuff. And I think one thing that helped me adjust was sports, right? Connecting with people through like basketball and football. And yeah, even then I didn't know a lot of things. Like, I used to wear like the same outfit every day because that's what people do in Nepal.
Yeah.
And I remember somebody commented on it and said like, bro, you wear the same outfit every day. And then that's how I learned like, oh, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And then, shit like that.
Dude, so what would you say was the biggest shock for you coming to America?
I don't know if there was like a biggest shock because I was so young, which is I'm lucky I came at 10. Like even if people were making fun of me, I guess I wouldn't really recognize that at that time, you know? So I just kind of took it with a grain of salt. I guess I didn't realize they were making fun of me.
It's a different language.
Yeah, so it worked out.
Okay, so you play sports growing up. Do you remember how you got started into those sports? You just like jumped in and
Yeah. So I played soccer in Nepal.
okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, like soccer and cricket was like the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So, you know, I did that. I wasn't good at it, but it was just what everybody did. And then when I moved here, the biggest thing was basketball and football. So I lived at Steeplechase Apartments, Legacy in Alma.
Okay.
And I guess, you know, I just wandered outside one day and saw that there was a park, went to the park and just saw a bunch of black dudes playing basketball. And then I didn't stop to think of anything. I just went up to them. I was like, yo, can I play with y'all?
Yeah.
And I think they kind of looked at me funny, but again, I didn't know, so I just did it. And that's when I like got introduced to properly playing basketball, and like, you know, that's where it all started. And then like with them, I would play football and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, because I remember, I think that's how me and you, like, bonded in college, was just sports, right?
Yeah.
Basketball and football. And I remember, you know, we would go into the library just to study. And I'm over here, you know, like, just busting my ass studying and looking over at Leezen, who's watching NFL and NBA highlights.
Dude, yeah, I was obsessed with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean studying, bro? You be playing Candy Crush.
And Tetris.
Dude.
Yeah.
On the computer, bro.
Dude, I miss it. I miss it.
Yeah. Yeah, sports was a big thing growing up.
Mhm.
Yeah. I used to watch like fucking YouTube highlights, and I had a hoop right here.
Oh wow.
And I would come out here and just practice those moves by myself.
Dude, that's pretty dope, man. I feel like sports is one of those things that connects you to people,
Mhm.
right? So like, especially when you come from a different country, like you try to somehow connect with people, and sports is that thing.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And the fact that you were able to find that with basketball or football, I think that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, speaking about sports, like, tell us about your teams, man. Like,
My teams,
yeah.
man. So I used to be super into the Mavs.
Uh-huh.
So into them that when they lost the 06 finals, like I cried.
You cried?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was like angry crying, you know?
Personal.
Yeah.
MFFL right here.
I'll forever like not like Dwayne Wade because of it. But yeah, it like Cowboys and Mavs, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a Dallas guy.
Yeah.
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 I can see that.
But I think like the interest in sports is like slowly fading away.
Yeah. What do you think that is?
I think just like different priorities, you know?
Yeah.
I'd rather use that time to like do something productive or
Yeah.
work towards a future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you can't go into the pros?
Very early on, bro. Dude, so yeah, I actually wanted to be like the first Nepali guy in the NBA.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie, cause like you're pretty good at basketball. And
Can you say that again?
You're all right, man.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty early on though, like, you know, I was playing sports, but I never actually went to go try out, and it was like that fear of failure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, I remember when I first moved to Allen, I was going to Allen High School. I was going to go to Allen High School, and one of my things was like, I got to make the basketball team. So that summer before, watch like Tony Parker highlights, Kobe Bryant highlights, come out here and just practice all by myself, like every day during the summer.
Oh, wow.
Dude,
And
that's
then-
dedication, man.
Yeah, and like tryouts came, and I was surrounded by like a bunch of people that I didn't know, and dude, and I just like didn't do it. Like I went to the first year of tryout, and then I was like, I don't think I can do it, and I just backed out. So I've never really played proper organized sports before.
Gotcha. Some more street sports.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I mean, it's never too late. You know, you see J. Cole.
Yeah.
Wants to try out, right?
Bro, my knees.
Yeah, what's up with our joints, man? I mean, been working out for a while, and then feel like our bodies are just taking a toll. Do you feel like the older you get, you're starting to feel that pain?
Yeah, dude. It's like something new every day almost.
Dude, yeah. I mean, because we check in, right? For those that don't know, right? We try to work out daily. And yeah, the main goal is just to be active. But yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that we enjoy doing, but we also, start to feel some sort of pain just
Yeah.
because of all the years that we worked out
Takes a toll on you.
probably
man.
the wrong way, or like we took the wrong approach. At what age did you start working out? Was it around the same time as you started playing sports?
No, I think I started working out like maybe freshman year of college. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually threw up my first workout ever.
What did you do for that first workout?
Yeah.
So I went with, I think, Dan and Sam at Texas Family Fitness in Allen.
Okay.
And, my first workout ever, and I ate like a heavy breakfast, thinking like that's what you're supposed to do. So we went and, I was doing like bench with maybe like 10s on each side, and I was like struggling, I was doing like 20 dumbbell press, and I was like struggling. And yeah, I guess I just like overdid it for my first one, and I like went to the restroom and threw up.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, so you were
Yeah.
into like heavy weights at the beginning when you first started, or like trying to?
Yeah. It wasn't really heavy. Bro.
Yeah, for me it was pretty heavy at that time. But yeah, I guess like I went the traditional working out regimen, which is like bench, deadlifts,
Oh, wow.
shoulder press, like that like just weights.
Just weights,
Yeah.
trying to increase the weight. And dude, I mean, if you could go back, would you take that same approach, knowing what you know now?
Dude, no, I'll work out way smarter.
Yeah.
Yeah. More like bands.
Yeah, more bands.
More stretching.
yoga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I think when we started out, we were just doing heavy weight without the proper form. And I think because of that, our joints, our muscles, just everything in our body is messed up right now.
Hurts.
Yeah, because we didn't have the proper introduction to fitness.
Yeah. Dude, we're like that flashy car in the parking lot,
Yeah.
but it's like broken down.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been there for like
Yeah.
months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like an Audi with like a 89 Maxima engine.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Dude, so college, right? That's when you started working out. Were there any other changes in your life once you started college?
Yeah, I think it was more freedom in terms of like what you're doing throughout the day in college, right? Because you can like block your schedules accordingly. You can fit in like part-time working and things like that. So yeah, started working at like 16 at Brahms for like 2 months. And I was like, this shit's not for me. And then I think I went to Polo. So I've been working like since that age, and then just like doing school and stuff like that. So more freedom for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, because I remember, in college, you would just not attend pretty much anything because you had to work, right?
Yeah.
If it's not Brahms, it's Polo. If it's not Polo, it's Lowe's.
Lowe's, yeah.
Yeah. Just always working.
Yeah.
In a way, I think it teaches you just independence at a young age, right? Like you're not relying on anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Anything that you need to do is all on you.
Right.
So that's great, man.
Yeah. It definitely helped me, dude, because like if I needed to get something for myself, like I could just go do it,
Yeah.
I think I was living paycheck to paycheck, I'm pretty sure, but at least it was working at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went to UTD, and it's a diverse university, right? There's people from different countries out there, different cultures, and high school wasn't like that for me. Like there weren't a lot of people that were immigrants. Did you have that in high school as well, where it was just like difficult to really connect with people that are similar to you, or was it pretty simple?
Yeah. I think somehow I ended up with like a close group of friends who are from like different parts of the world.
Right.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Kurdish, Indian, like just all over the world, kind of Asian. And I think that's something I'm like super thankful for, just being exposed to different parts of the world, different cultures, you know. Yeah, it's been pretty nice. Like, I didn't really have my own community.
Right.
So, like, it just kind of worked.
Like, so were there Nepali people in your life besides your family?
I would say close. No, it was just my family.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, you know, like the conversations, like Nepali conversations I would have would be with my immediate family mainly. Yeah. Not really like people my age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough, you know, like coming to like a brand new country and not having like a solid point of reference in terms of somebody that is your culture, your same age, someone you can relate to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Until like college, where I met Lil P.
Lil P.
Yeah.
Tell us about that. Like, you guys are both Nepali,
Yeah.
right? Both immigrants coming here around the same time, but you guys are two completely different people. So why do you think that is?
Yeah. I think he grew up in a Nepali community, which is good, you know. So he went through, like, I guess we both arrived at the same time from the same country in the same place.
Yeah.
But we just went like two different paths,
Got it.
which is kind of cool to see.
Why do you think that happened? Like,
I don't know, maybe like, you know, location. My parents were working like two different shifts, so they didn't even have time to hang out with like their friends. They didn't have time to make Nepali friends, you know, things like that. So it was more like outside of family life, I had to figure it out myself with like who I'm gonna hang out with, like school, all that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, so, you know, as a kid growing up, did you ever crave that Nepali interaction with other Nepali kids? You know what I mean? Because, like, you grew up in Nepal, hanging out with Nepali kids all the time,
Mhm.
and coming over here is such a big change. Like, did you ever wanted to be a part of that Nepali community? Or, you know, once you got over here, like, you decided to, like, let's just have my own new community with the Kurdish people, Indian people.
Yeah. I think at that age I was not able to like reflect on it as I am today. So at that age it was just like going through the motions of life and making it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But like now, yeah, like I wanna, you know, like I tell Nandini all the time, like, you know, I'm a fob, because I am. And she tells me now I'm becoming more and more fob as I get older. Yeah.
oh wow.
Yeah. But in a good way, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been getting into like more Nepali music lately, which is pretty cool. Like Nepali rap and stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude,
It's pretty good.
Dude, let's put that on our intro song for this episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, there's a
Nepali
line.
rap, yeah.
There's a line that goes like straight out of Kathmandu.
Oh,
Let me hip to the hop like a black man do.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, oh. Yeah.
Uh,
I like blurted it out randomly in front of Nandini, and she was like, damn, did
Yeah,
you do that?
yeah.
I was like, nah, it's a song.
It's a song.
I can't freestyle.
Dude, so that's hip hop, huh? In Nepal. You like hip hop here as well.
I do.
Dude, tell us about your hip hop journey. Who was the first rapper that you listened to? Do you remember the first album that you ever copped?
First album
Yeah.
was Usher,
Okay.
Confessions.
Ooh, Confessions.
Yeah. And then it was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Dude, yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then got into like the Massacre, and then Kanye. And then that's when I think we had like what, MySpace songs? Right?
Yeah. MySpace
Yeah.
songs.
Like everyone had a song on their or like a playlist on their profile.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's when I got into Wayne and found Drake, like Ransom, Still
Okay.
Fly Drake,
Okay.
Comeback
mixtape
Season
Drake.
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
And then I think I was like in that phase for a long time. Like Drake's been relevant for so long,
Bro,
right?
you're still in that phase.
Yeah. Yeah. And then like it's kind of transformed into like J. Cole, like Nipsey, because of
Okay.
you guys, and then now like Nepali music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But my shuffle is just like random, dude. Like I just like songs. I don't make any playlists.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm working out, I always wonder, what do the neighbors think? Because there's like Tupac, Biggie,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and there's like classical Nepali songs,
Right.
and then there's EDM,
Yeah.
like it just, and there's like Latin music. It just varies.
Yeah. Dude, so why do you think you subscribe to the hip hop culture so much?
I think it goes back to that day when I went up to like random black dudes and I was like, yo, can I play with y'all? And then I kind of was like forced,
Mm-hmm.
but they went along with it. I think a
Right.
lot of times when we're playing basketball, they were just like, they were doing like off the heezies and like crossing me over and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing all these tricks that they wouldn't do on anybody else.
Yeah.
But then I was young and I didn't realize what they were doing.
Yeah.
So like the next day I showed up, played basketball with them next day. And then eventually I started getting like better than them. Not
Mhm.
all of them, but like some of them. And then I think sports was like that brotherhood that we had.
Yeah.
Playing football, like tackle, all this stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang. So it was like the acceptance into a community,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Dang, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, to be honest with you, I didn't have any black friends growing up, but still like I like that hip hop culture too.
Mm.
But for you to like actually hang out with black people and playing ball with them like every single day
Mm-hmm.
as a new like immigrant coming to the country, and they accepted you for like who you are, and just like having like a bonding experience with everybody. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, my first church, like here that I went to was a black church.
Really?
Yeah. It was pretty lit. It was my first church
Yeah.
experience. Dude, it was cool. Like a lot of singing, dancing, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you thinking prior to going to the church? Because it was not, I guess, part of your culture, right? It was something different.
Yeah.
Were you excited? Were you just like wanting to see and check it out? Like, what was your thought process behind it?
Yeah, I think my sister and I both were just trying to figure out like where we could fit in, right? And I think going to church was like one of those things because we're not Christian,
Right.
but it's just like a thing that most Americans do,
Gotcha.
right? Or like, yeah. So it was just like testing it out, I guess. So I wasn't really sure what I was like walking into. It was kind of like my sister was gonna go, and
Mhm.
like she knew my friends at that time, and one of them used to hit on her all the time. Like he was older,
Yeah.
yeah, and then he's the one who invited her, and then his
Ah.
brother and I were like the same age, kind of.
Uh-huh.
So we all went. So I wasn't really sure. I was just kind of following my sister's lead, just to
Dude,
test it out.
That's pretty cool. I mean, like the fact that you were open to it, and then the fact that your friends were inviting you to come out. Like, just think that that's pretty good for people that are having a difficult time connecting.
Mhm.
Just like having people that are good and are wanting them to feel included,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right?
That sense of community.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also just willing to like try new things out to see if it works for you or not,
Yeah.
rather than being closed off.
Right.
It was a cool experience.
Yeah. Take us, bro.
Yeah, you want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to a temple.
Yeah.
Dude, you went to temples in Nepal.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Even though it was like not necessarily Buddhist, I think Hinduism and Buddhism share a couple of similarities between the two, right? A lot of symbolic gestures and characters are very similar between the 2
Mhm.
And I honestly think it all came from the same religion, just went their separate ways at some point in time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, spirituality wise, yeah, there's a lot of like crossover.
yeah.
What are some other things that you've been proud of yourself for trying? Like maybe it was something that you never thought you were going to do,
Mm-hmm.
but you've done recently or these past years where you're like, you know what? Let's just go try it out.
Ooh, something I've been proud of. Been pretty proud of beating y'all in that spicy chip challenge.
I don't think it's settled yet, but
Dude, it was a tie. We
Oh, yeah.
both
Yeah.
won.
Yeah.
no, it's a tie.
This guy over
You heard
here.
Daniel first. You heard Daniel first. It's a tie.
That's a tough one, dude. I don't know like what I've been proud of, but what I have really enjoyed doing lately is after work, like just working on things that are interesting. You know, whether it's
Right.
like designing something or looking up like podcast stuff and just trying to like get ideas outside of work, like looking into like wholesaling properties.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. Just like trying to learn what's
Yeah.
out there.
Right.
Yeah, outside of the day to day. Yeah, it hasn't been like every day. I'm not
But you're still
perfect,
learning.
but yeah,
Right.
yeah, that's been pretty cool.
Just talk about this whole like Momo Shack experience.
hmm
Like, how has that been for you?
It's been hella fun, super challenging, very, very rewarding. It's been one hell of a fucking experience. Like, to sum it up,
Yeah.
it's been a blast, dude. Like everything, like all the wins and like the losses or like the shitty times or whatever. Dude, I'm so fucking thankful for them.
Yeah.
Because like you learn so much from all of it, you know? And I don't know what I would be doing if we weren't doing this on the weekends, you know? Would I still be going to like Uptown or Deep Ellum or whatever? I don't
Absolutely.
know.
We got pictures.
I have
yeah.
a like Zabuki, you know? Now I'm talking about getting like a punch card at Mudleaf.
Dude, yeah. Just
Yeah.
Coffee. How do you like your coffee?
Dude, just plain
Plain dark.
dark.
No sugar.
Yeah.
No cream.
So earlier when we were working out, we were talking about how, or I was saying like I don't know coffee, and I went to Starbucks to get our coffees just now, and I asked for like tall, regular Pike's Place or whatever, and he's like, how do you want it? And I was like, straight.
Yeah.
The term is black.
Yeah.
Whiskey straight.
Yeah.
It was 9 a.m., bro.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been working.
It's been working.
Yeah. And I don't even know if it works on me. It's more like a thing that I
Like a
do now.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple nights ago, I went to Nuttiny's house at like 10ish, and I was gonna stop at McDonald's and grab a coffee at 10 p.m. And she's like, "Hey, do you want some coffee? I'll make it for you." I was like, "Yeah, sure." She made the coffee. It was a tall one. I drank it. We watched a movie, and I still passed out.
Damn, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. So I can drink, I don't know, 3, 4 maybe.
A day?
I can, but I try to like limit because it's not good for you either. Too much of it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a lot, man. 3, 4.
Yeah.
But it's so good. Do you
Yeah.
like the taste?
I think it's more what I associate with the coffee, which is like focus.
Gotcha.
Drink the coffee, work on some shit. I think that's what I like.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think the taste is super nice, at least for me. Like, it's just there. Like, I can't tell the difference between different coffees. Like, Racetrack, Starbucks, they're all the same. So, yeah, like, the way you're able to connect it to a goal, or, like, I need to put in some work, and then you drink your coffee, and it just helps you stay focused. I think that's ultimately the reason why we drink it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry to all the coffee connoisseurs out there.
Yeah.
We're about to get slapped.
Yeah, dude.
It's like Racetrack, Starbucks.
Post quarantine, it's like, come here. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's just like putting in work, Drink
Yeah.
the coffee, focus on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some out there that are really good though. Like the different flavors and stuff.
Oh, especially hazelnut.
Hazelnut. Yeah,
Dude,
you
I
love
fucking
hazelnut.
hazelnut,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. There's one, it's like a Mexican chocolate one. Dude.
Yeah.
No cream, no sugar, but you can like kind of get the hint of that chocolatey
Gotta
taste.
try it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we should start reviewing coffee.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like while we do a podcast,
Yeah.
just bring a different type of coffee, and then we'll try it out. We'll talk about it for the first few minutes and get started.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're drinking coffee anyway. Right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I think it's been almost 2 years since I went like a day without coffee. Like, I'm kind of dependent on it, even though I only drink one cup a day. Like, the taste, like I like it, and the caffeine gives me like a jolt of energy in order to like focus on things.
Yeah. Do you guys remember your first time drinking coffee? Like when that was?
I think for me, like, it started out as a really young age. Like, I think maybe 6 or 7. Yeah, so Vietnam is a pretty big coffee country. I think it's the number 2 exporter of coffee in the world. And I think it's just something that everyone does in the morning.
Mhm.
If it's not for the caffeinated effects, is for you to sit down with your buddies and just talk about your day.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's like 7 a.m. You know, everyone's on the street drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would join in too, because Vietnamese coffee is fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's strong.
it's so strong.
Yeah.
What are you guys?
Yeah. For me, it was, so I never drank tea or coffee growing up. Like chai is a big thing,
Mhm.
or cha is what it's called in Nepali. It's a big thing. Like my parents drink it all the time. My grandma
Yeah.
does, but I never grew up drinking it. And I think when I got to my first job in corporate, people used to drink a lot of coffee. I tested it out, and I would drink it occasionally, but not often. And then when I got to Chase, it's more of like, hey, let's go on a quick break and grab a coffee.
Yeah.
So it's like more of a social thing,
Mhm.
and just something to like step away from work for a little bit and just refresh your mind. So, dude, that's when I really got into coffee. Then they opened up like a local Starbucks downstairs. So they were taking my money all the time.
Yeah.
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 You got the app and
I got the app, bro.
keep adding.
Yeah.
Getting rewards, just like continuously adding more money to that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a loyal customer.
They got you, bro.
Yeah. Every
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
twice a day.
If they want to sponsor us,
Yeah.
Starbucks. here
Starbucks,
we are.
holla. Look, we got the
Yeah,
cups.
we're actually drinking Starbucks
right here.
now.
Come on. We know coffee. We just talked about it.
It's way better than
Yeah.
racetrack.
Yeah.
Let me take that back.
Yeah. What about you, dude?
Dude, I would say college for sure. Like, there's something about having to get work done, and then you drive to get coffee, and you blasting to hip hop music while you're sipping your coffee, and then you get to the place where you're gotta execute. Like, I just love that process. Like, for me, it's not the same making it at home. Like, I have to go out and get it, and it's just like part of the routine. Just like sipping it, just listening to music. I think that's what I enjoy about it.
Yeah. Damn. That's like the novelty of it.
Yeah.
That's badass, man.
Yeah.
I think for me in college it was like Monster. If I had to pull
The
white
green one or the white one?
Oh, the white one.
The white one.
Yeah. Why the white one? I don't remember.
I don't know, man. I think it had
Sugar
just
free
like
or some shit.
50 less calories.
Yeah.
Dude, it's because the black one with green just looks like it's going to give you something. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like you're gonna like pass out.
Yeah, it looks like you're
For
gonna
the
sweat
wrong
green.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna turn green.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It's like very intense, like motocross, like that feeling. But the white
Yes.
one's more like chill, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
It's more friendly.
More
User
friendly.
User friendly.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I remember staying up for exams, you know, until like 3 or 4 in the morning, and we like chug a Monster, and when we're crashing, we go and get another Monster.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
So bad.
Yeah.
What about Red Bulls?
Red Bulls, I like the taste of Red Bull, and it gives you like, a pretty good jolt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now, yeah, just coffee, because I think I started realizing like how much sugar is in those drinks. Dude, it's so unhealthy for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of sugar in just like regular drinks too.
Yeah.
Like just juice. There's a lot.
Yeah. What kind of juice are you drinking?
I don't really anymore. But I used to do like orange juice.
Yeah.
I loved orange or apple juice too.
Oh, apple juice.
Cranberry juice. Honestly, all juice.
Just a juicy guy.
Yeah. I can't remember the name, but there was one that came in like a paper carton, and they had like a whole bunch of different flavors.
Mhm.
It's like relatively cheap, maybe like $1.99 or something for each carton. It's pretty
Is
popular.
it Minute Maid?
No, not Minute Maid. I forget.
Tropicana?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tropicana.
Okay.
So I used to drink that a lot. Yeah, but not anymore.
Yeah.
What about food?
Food?
Yeah. Is there something that you eat pretty frequently?
A lot of spicy food.
Boy.
Yeah. So 2 days ago, we got tacos from this like taqueria next to Lope's gas station. Dude, it's really good. It's really, really good.
Isn't it
Try it
Irving?
out.
No, it's right next to where I live, like maybe 8 minutes away.
Oh, is that where he
Super
opened the
close.
gas station?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, super close.
What's the name of the taqueria?
Dude, I forget. It's kind of a long name. But yeah, so it got like chicken tortilla soup, and then they gave us like little hot sauce packets, and they have different ones. And Nandini and I were supposed to share that tortilla soup. And then I had some, and I was like, man, it needs more spice. So I added like a thing of hot sauce in it.
Yeah.
Dude, it spiced it the fuck up.
Yeah.
Dude, she was not able to eat it at all.
Oh,
And when I was eating it, it was like clearing my sinuses, spicy. But it was so good. So a lot of spicy food. And I made my first soup yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What
with
kind of soup?
vermicelli noodles. Yeah. I kind of just freestyled it. Because, dude, you make a lot of soups. I was like, man, I want to try making a soup. I've never done it before.
Yeah.
So I did, like, in the Instapot. Well, Nandini was, like, sauteing stuff.
Yeah.
And we just threw in bok choy, cabbage, what else? Green onions.
Okay.
And then sauteed the shrimps a little bit, throw that in there. And then added some, is it gochujang? Is that how you say it?
Gochujang?
Gochujang. That, a little bit of that. And then just a little bit of Mama 5. Shout out to Mama 5.
Ooh.
I fucking love Mama 5.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah. And then just like cooked it in there for a little bit. It was really good.
Yeah. Dude, it's soup season right now, so just make soup every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Never really grew up eating a lot of soup.
Yeah.
There's always like rice.
Yeah, that's something I noticed,
Curry.
man. Like, I think the Nepali culture, you guys don't do soup.
Or at least we
Much at
didn't.
all.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe your family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more like a Tibetan influence in Nepal.
Okay.
Like tukpa,
Okay.
which is
Tukpa.
like noodle soup, spice. Yeah.
What do you think that is, though? Like, you guys live in such a cold environment. I would imagine you guys having more just like hot liquid to warm you up.
Yeah. Maybe near the mountain areas they have more soup. I don't know. But in the city is at least my family, I don't really know, but it's a lot of like curries, dal, rice,
Mm-hmm.
veggies, pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would you say is your favorite Nepali food?
Damn. Fuck. That's tough. Dude, I would say Momo's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was waiting for that, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like,
I was
watch him say something
I know
else.
myself. I know myself. Yeah. Just because it's so versatile. Like, you can have it with soup. You can
Mhm.
fry it up. You can make it spicy.
Yeah.
You know, different sauces.
And the fillings, you can put anything in it.
Yeah.
Chicken, pork, veggie.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Secret sauce on
classic,
top.
classic.
Yeah.
Do you take really dope food pictures? That's what I've realized. And like you can tell when you're looking at stories, like who has a good eye for food pictures. And I think you're one of them for sure.
Yeah,
And
you're a
then
foodie, bro.
I'm a foodie.
Yeah, you are, dude. And then yeah, I think Thang is more of like people. Like he's able to capture that moment. And yeah, it's just like pretty cool just like to see different styles
Mhm.
of it. So yeah, you should start a foodie account and
Dude, that's interesting because so when I was young, I was like the well, I hated pictures of myself.
Yeah.
So I was the designator photographer for like family trips
Mhm.
or like family things. So we had like some sort of digital camera, not the one like what we have. So just using that and like taking pictures of people. Yeah. And I think it's also kind of creative, like the angles you can get and how you can make it look.
Mhm.
So that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know that. You were like the designated photographer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even now, like when we do like puja or something like that, I'm like, I don't want my picture. Let me just take
Really?
the picture. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, you should hit him with the ring light.
Yeah.
Later.
I keep forgetting that thing though.
Yeah.
Just need to put it in my car.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, but yeah, like photography is something that I guess we're all learning. That we all, I mean, I learned photography when we started Momo Shack. I had no idea how to take pictures, man, before that. But with us, like running through, dude, I think we have like 3,000 to 4,000 pictures of us just practicing for the past 3 years. And I mean, I think we can say that we're like above amateur, but we're still amateurs. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I think I would love to get better at it. I'm pretty sure you guys too. You know, so yeah, if you guys need us to take pictures of your food, yourself, whatever, we got you, you know.
DM us.
DM
DM
us.
us. On the personal account.
Yeah, if you need models, bro, hit up Daniel.
Yeah.
It's Daniel.Flores. 2 S's at the end.
I think we're at the end mark of our audio recording. I think we have about like 2 or 3 minutes left.
Okay.
But yeah, shout out to you guys for listening to this episode. Hope y'all got a better glimpse of who Leezen is as a person, you know, where he came from and his interests, his personality. We're most likely gonna do just part 2 and 3 of each person. I don't know when. So yeah, stay tuned. And if you have any questions, any personal questions, just DM him.
What's your IG?
Yeah, tell him your IG, bro.
It's Leezen 93. Leezen 93.
Yeah.
No
Nice.
typos, please.
Yeah. All right, and tell him about your OnlyFans.
My what?
Your OnlyFans.
Oh, that's for episode 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Season 69.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Cool.
Peace out.
Cool.
See y'all later.
Peace.
Peace.